Hello, everyone. It is Colin and Jose. You're watching Talking Ball. And boy, do we have a special guest with us today. Jose, would you like to do the introductions?
What introductions?
We have a special guest
Oh
coming today.
yeah, them introductions. No, you kind of threw me because normally you ask me how my day's been, how I'm doing. But do you know what? We'll forget all about that chit chat.
I want to know about that too, but I want to get this guest in on it with us.
Right. So yeah, today we have a very special guest who needs no introduction, and I don't really want to give away who it's going to be, but needs no introduction. But the face of Tottenham, and that is
Yes.
Queen Ellie.
I'm glad to be
Ellie,
back.
She is the fact everyone would have known straight away. So I didn't want to give the he or she away. So that's why
I
I'm
liked
trying to
it.
hold on to it a
He,
bit
she,
longer.
he, she. Well, I'm sort of a he, she, because I'm a bit of a tomboy, and I love football. You know,
Yeah,
and
and that
lovely to be
exactly.
back with you lads, you lovely
I'm
lads.
glad. I'm glad you're feeling better. We
Yeah,
heard you weren't feeling too good. We were all thinking
yeah,
about you, wishing you well, and
yeah,
so
babe.
yeah, we all had your back. I'm glad to have you back as well.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm glad to
but
be
yeah,
back.
and now we get to ask how everybody has been. So Jose, I presume you had a good day yesterday. Pretty good day as a Spurs fan. Personal life day go well yesterday.
Yeah, the game was the game was the game was just absolutely. What can I say? I mean, at the end
So
of the
Yeah.
good.
day, I know that we're doing a show tomorrow night with Kate, just to go La Spurs and Ellie, and also I think you're streaming with Mia on Spurs Between the Lines, and I think that they were.
Fine.
I think the show is going to be the majority of the show is going to be about yesterday's game. So I didn't know how much we wanted to give away today because obviously
Oh, that's fair. Yeah,
want to save stuff for their show as well. But
fair. Yeah,
what I will
save
say
some bits.
is that at the end of the day, um, it was a weird game. At times, Man City were just unbelievable, weren't they? They were
Yeah.
Man City. They were Man City. They were purring. They were a Rolls Royce. They were just purring, and then and that was for quite a bit of the first half. And sometimes in the first half, you were like, I weren't hiding behind the sofa like I was in the Conte days, but I was like, ooh, ooh. But then in the second half, and he made that tweak in the second half, bringing on Højbjerg, and it bloody worked, didn't it? It did work, and then in the second half, I was more relaxed. At the end of the day, if you are going to go and try go toe to toe with Man City, you just need to make sure you're going to score, because if you don't score, you know they're going to score. We did something yesterday that teams don't usually do at the Etihad, and that was a sight to behold. So yeah, all in all, I don't want to give too much. I was quite happy, obviously. I think the whole fan base was happy. What do you reckon?
I agree. I'm happy. I'm happy. That's for sure. Um, it was an emotional roller coaster for sure. But yeah, Ellie, like Jose, without giving away too much and without giving us everything, you were happy with the game yesterday. I would
Yeah,
imagine going in, if we would have offered you a draw, I think you would have taken it probably, right?
yeah. Well, I predicted the 3-3 score, so I get 3 points. But on your
Whoa!
one, I did 2-2. But on Kate's one,
Oh,
on her show, I did 3-3. I should have kept the same, but look, it makes three of us happy, right? We scored 3 goals, one each for each of us. I'm
there you
taking
go.
Clue's equaliser. Boof. Yeah, what a great
That was
game.
awesome.
It was filled with magical football from Man City in the first half. We were struggling to keep up with their superiority. And then we came out in the second half and he made those substitutions to give the link from defence into midfield to attack. And we really, really played well in that second half. I was so proud of our boys because they dug in. Because against City, you know they're always going to score. They are.
Right?
They've
Yeah.
got so many goals in them, but we kept them at bay in that first half and we came out with a chance in the second half. And I thought we had the upper hand in a lot of areas, especially the physicality. They started to tire, and funny enough, against Aston Villa, we tired, but in this match, we found a new strength within ourselves, and it was like, where did that come from? You know, so
I
I'm
think
so
it's
proud of
part of
them.
that. Me too, 100%. But I think that strength that you were talking about, it's part of this weird Spurs thing we do, and I think every sports team does it. I think you play to the level of your opponents, you know what I mean? And if you're playing a team that's, I mean, City are the champions. They frequently win the league, and so our guys go in very fired up, ready to play and give their all and show that they're just as good. But I think it's harder to get the team up for like an Aston Villa, for example, or and that's a shame. But I mean, it does make for some wonderful matches against the teams at the very, very top of the table.
I think
And hopefully,
and I was going
you
to say,
go.
against Aston Villa, we had the best half an hour with Bentancur on. We were sublime football. It was the best football we've played this year. And then it seemed like we got into a little lull, and then Bentancur got injured, and then everything went downhill. Whereas this time, the substitutions worked. And it was just weird. I know what you mean, because you rise your level to the opponents.
I
Whereas
do.
with Aston
If I'm
Villa, we
playing,
probably thought we had the beating of them, and we relaxed too much. Yeah. So you're right in that respect, Colin.
I hope that Postecoglou's can get that out of the boys completely, to where they no longer do that. But I mean, even I never ever played soccer at a football at a high level, but even the levels I was playing at, it was the same. Whenever we would play against, one of the best teams around, we would all get really hyped up and all be down for a fight and blood and war, and we'd be ready to die out there. You know what I mean? But then if you're playing the school down the road you're supposed to beat, it's like, oh, okay, let's go, let's do this. And I think it makes a difference, the attitude you go into it with. I will say I watched the game with a buddy who is just getting into soccer, as we call it over here, of course. And he's just getting into it, and he's one of my really good friends. So I've got him all the way Tottenham after yesterday's match. He was really excited the entire time, just like me. I was going nuts. We screamed together. That Sonny goal was incredible. I love that too, because like you were saying, I think it was Jose said, if you're going to go play against City, you better score. That was you today, buddy, right? Yeah. And we took that one early chance. We didn't have hardly any, you know what I mean? Like hardly any of the ball for huge stretches of that first half, but yet when we got it, we scored. That was incredible and slightly different to Villa, where I feel like wasted a lot of chances. So yeah, the boys did a great job yesterday, and again, I know we're going to talk about it more tomorrow with you, on the gals channel, but I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm really excited. I'll get through some.
Both as well.
I can't believe it's taken this long. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, we're excited. I'm speaking for both Jose and I right now. I don't know why. I'm excited. I think Jose is excited. It's a good kit you got on there too, sir. I love the Puma kits. We're awesome. But
they're lovely.
Absolutely. We got a lot of people in the comments, so a lot. Chris Peters, he's probably not here anymore, but he'll watch it back, I believe, if I know this guy like I think I know him. But he says, have a great show, Colin and Jose. I don't think he knew you were coming on at that time, Ellie, or else he would have put you in there too.
No
Chris
problem.
Peters is a good man. Good man, Chris Peters.
Anyway.
Yes, exactly. What's the point? Great result yesterday. Yeah, dude. What's up? What's the point? Kate from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. I think her ears were ringing. We were talking about her. But Kate says, big up Colin, Jose, and Ellie. Big up Kate. And then we got What's the Point? I like this one. I really like this optimism. It seems like from What's the Point? And judge, with your name, some optimism is good. What's the point? And he says, or she says, hopefully we can kick on and beat West Ham now.
Yeah.
Big up. Yeah, I think you're 100% right. And it usually just takes one result, to kind of get you out of that rut. And hope you're right, man. Hope you're right. Tot Spurs, best mod around. Tot Spurs is saying big up to all of us. and say, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And you know what? He's right. Make sure you hit those. Help the channel, help Jose and I. We're dual streaming on 2 different channels right now, El Tel Cockerel and Talking Ball. So whichever one you're watching on, wonderful, and we appreciate that. And you stay where you are, watch for you would like. But if you could flip over to the other one in like another browser, hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't. Just to kind of help us out, helps the algorithm. You guys know all that stuff. So, but thank you everyone for tuning in today. We appreciate everybody. We got Donna Cullen is in the house. Wow, what are you doing here, Donna? Don't you have better stuff to do today? Donna Cullen says, Wagwan, Mr. Call, Wagwan, Mr. Jose, Wagwan, God save the Queen.
Nice one.
Yes. Audio Artisan says, afternoon, peeps. Afternoon to you, Audio Artisan. Hope you are good. Donna Cullen asked if I'm single. Unfortunately, no, I'm a married man. I probably just lost it. So don't leave. We're still cool. Loves my beard. Guys, I think I'm going to get some changes made at Tottenham by the sounds of this conversation that Donna and I are having. Man City were knackered very quickly. They looked drained around the 70th minute. Would you guys agree with what's the point here?
Yeah.
They did look really leggy.
Yeah.
Same as us though against Villa, like you said, a lot like us against Villa, the time frame and everything. We've been known to be a very fit team that usually kind of like runs teams, into the ground. And by the end of the match, we're the far superior team fitness wise, and I mean that's how it's been in the past. Definitely under Pochettino. Conte, I know, wanted this really fit. So I hope that. We'll see more of this. And Aston Villa was just a blip in our fitness levels. Like I said, I think everyone just thought that would be easy. We were like, oh, Bentancur's back. It'll be great. And then he got injured, and everyone was like, what do we do now? But that's my guess. Thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. Donald Cullen says, you have so many good-looking men as friends. I never knew. Yeah.
Yeah, and I meet up with them every afternoon or even some mornings. It's a special treat.
That is See, exactly.
Donna, all right.
Mum's the word.
I'm cooking a roast dinner later, so Donna, you're more than welcome to come round.
There you go. I like this.
Of course.
We're making very good football connections today. We got Julie Sievers in the house. That's my mom, for everybody that doesn't know. Huge Spurs supporter, probably bigger than myself. This flag back here actually came from her. She has 3 of them, all hanging outside of her house. I stole one, and I don't know what she has in the middle now. But Donna Cullen is saying hi to Julie. There's all kinds of love going on. Adrian Soroka has made it to the building. Adrian, what is up, my man? So we've got everybody good day in each other. Donna. Yeah, me too. Oh, every time. Yeah. Oh, yo, Adrian. Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Exactly. He looks like he's a boxer. Like he should take that off and he'd have the boxing shorts and the gloves. Oh my God. Yes. Wow. Now all I want to see is Adrian box somebody.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I spent my 60 there, Donna.
For a second, Donna and Julie thought they knew each other. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
I know you carry on going through the comments, but whilst you're going through the comments, can I just ask Daniel Lee? Daniel Lee, I know you're here now. Let me know how you're feeling, Daniel E. Because all the comments you were making during the week, how are you feeling, Daniel? Nice to hear from you, mate. Tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, man. I think we surprised you a bit. So we've got everybody. Donna thought she knew my mom, but they grew up totally different parts of the world, so probably not. We've got Adrian though saying that we've taken a great 8 points from Man U, Liverpool at home, and Arsenal, Man City away. For sure. But that seems like something that we haven't ever had as much of a problem with, was getting points off the big dogs. Liverpool maybe there for a while we never could. I don't know. It just seems like I just hope we can keep this consistency up and start showing up for the, for the small, I don't want to say smaller teams. That sounds rude, but the smaller teams. I hope we can continue this with them. Chris Meta Football TV says, evening, totally unexpected result. Great point away to the champs. For sure. Yeah. For sure. We've got Donna just saying more nice stuff about me. We appreciate you, Donna. Appreciate the compliments. My head's going to to get big.
Are you blushing,
a little, and I don't even know. This is probably a troll. I mean, it's a troll account of some sort, right? There's no way that a Spurs fan, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you're real, Donna. If you are, very nice. Who is this person? I have to know you. Anyway, Daniel E is here, of course. And then Dryros Peanut, same with Lo Celso, gaining form, which midfielders, when everyone is fit, doesn't get in the squad. I think Lo Celso is going to probably be the one to make way, but I don't know. You're right. With him playing this way, he might be. So I didn't. I feel like troll has bad connotations. I just meant like parody account is what I should have said. Sorry about that. The word troll has bad connotations. It's not what I meant. But you're the real Donna Cullen. Dang. Wow, it's very nice to have you here. I'll have to have a talk when the show's over. Maybe we can talk to Daniel. Like I said, there's some things that we'd like changed, Donna. But yeah, so I think we've made it through the comments for now. Another horde of them are going to come in, but I think that this is a perfect time to, I don't know. Do you think, Jose, are you ready to show people the current results?
Yeah, you'll have to bring them up because you've got them.
I've got them right here, my friend. Just 1 second, of course. All right, so here's the prediction table. Here's everyone's predictions. So guys, if you don't know, we do a prediction league on this channel. It's been going for many weeks now. But first thing I'm going to pull up is last week, everyone who participated's predictions. And then we'll see, who got predictions correct, so on and so forth. And then from there, we'll move on to the table. So here are the predictions. I think I'm going to have to get rid of the bottom banner just to make sure we don't miss anyone. Let me see. Nope, we're good. Okay, so yeah, here are everyone's predictions from last week.
So your mother, going back to this, your mother's the only person that predicted a 3-3 score, 3-3 draw. I know, Ellie, you said you did it on your other channel.
Yeah, I know, I should have done it.
But you didn't do it on this channel. You did a tour on this channel.
Silly.
Yeah,
Julie was the only one.
She was worried that she wasn't going to get. Let me get something out of it. Let me get that little ball out of the top.
I can't see what the games are at the top because we're missing yours and my predictions as well, from what I can see.
Oh, so it's a bad snip job. Yeah, let me redo this here. You're right.
Above Chris, you'd have you and me, but I can't see you played against two, so I can't even see.
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
I've got rid of it. I've got this.
3 scores.
Buy me some time. Buy me some time. I gotta resave it. It'll only take me like 30 seconds.
Chris Peters got 3 scores.
Chris Peters get
Chris
3
Peters
right.
Got 3 right as well. Yeah.
3 right as well. Wow.
Adrian got 1 correct prediction.
Yeah. Nice job, Adrian.
Kate got whoever drew 2 all. Kate and Chris got 2 all 1.
I'm almost there, guys. Whoever drew 2 all, I love it. Okay, and it's uploading in 3, 2, boom. How about that? How about that, guys?
Yeah. So the Liverpool Fulham game, everybody went for the home win, but no one got the correct predictions. It's the first time I've seen this. That the whole line is orange. Everybody got it. Everybody got the prediction, but not the right score.
If somebody put 4-3 on that score, that's like amazing. But nobody did it. But if they did, bloody hell, nobody would have predicted that scoreline, would they? 4-3. Come on.
The worst predicted game was Man City Tottenham. Was the worst predicted game.
Yeah,
it's got the most whites. It's got to be.
Because everybody thought we were going to lose, isn't it?
Bournemouth Aston Villa has only got 4 results as well.
Yeah, that was a surprise. Yeah.
Because it's a draw, so there's only 4 results in there as well. So yeah, so there was some movers and shakers this week in the league and in the table, and we have a new leader.
Okay.
We do have a new leader. Is everybody ready to see the updated table? I don't have to reload this one. It's here. Well, in 3, 2, boom.
Chris met a football.
So
Well done,
Chris is the top on 48. Chris Peters is now on 46.
Wow.
So Chris has jumped as well. I'm on 44, so I've gone down. Tot Spurs is a point behind me on 43. Ellie's jumped to 40 points. Bobby K's jumped to 33. Kate jumped to 30 points.
Okay.
Dry Roasted is on 30. Nita R jumped to 28. Collins jumped 26. Beer Talk jumped to 23. Jim is a big mover. He's jumped to 22 points. Julie, a big mover, has jumped on to 19 points. Josh has jumped to 16. Adrian jumped to 15. Brian Daigle jumped to 10. John Fitz
on his all 2-2s.
John Fitz no. Brian actually messaged me.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And he gave me the results, but otherwise it's 2-2s. Who else? Right, John Fitz has jumped. He's got 9 points now. Alex Hilton jumped. He's got to 7 points. Soji has got to 6. Boris Britt 6. Malha Hotspur 5. These people had their first week this week. Tom Markenden got 5 points this week as well. So they're the players that played, and they're the players that have jumped or got points. So yeah, with that being said, they're the games from the weekend. And Julie, you've gone up from 14th. To be honest, you have jumped. So I don't know what you're saying, because you're saying you're. I stayed firmly in 14th. You weren't 14th.
Yeah. So you've moved up.
You've jumped. You've definitely moved up. In saying that, this week's games start tomorrow. So predictions will have to be with me either on the show today, at the end of the show, and the video comments, or WhatsApp to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So at the moment, I have I've noted Julie's, and I've noted Chris Peters, because they both left them in here. So I've noted them both. Daniel Lee's he said, I'm good. Okay, I can admit I get it wrong every once in a while. No, in all seriousness, I needed to see that to confirm to me that no matter what, these players' injury crisis or not will make us proud. Daniel Lee, exactly that, mate. Exactly that. Well said.
I like it, yeah.
That. At the end of the day, we knew that we were going in with a under-strength team, and we've gone in. Yeah. We've gone in and we've played really, really well.
For sure.
There's a lot of players, there's a lot of players, I'm going to say. As I said, I don't want to give too much away because we're going on the show tomorrow. So
I know. We're going to, inevitably, there'll be a little bit,
I don't want to give too much away. So I'll just keep it a high level. I'm not going to delve into it, but there's a lot of players that come out with praise for me from yesterday. And so does the manager. But there's a lot of players. And what I did like is that Donnelly got onto the pitch at the end as well. Even if it was only for 2 minutes, he got his first appearance. And that must be a biggest boost for the youngster to actually get on the pitch. And not only did he get on the pitch, but he got on the pitch against the elite, the champions of Europe.
Yeah, at their house. I mean, I bet the atmosphere. I can't imagine. I can't imagine how that must have been for him. So yeah, good for him for sure. And I agree about a lot of players walking out of there. I mean, what should have had their heads held very high. We all knew it was patchwork. The defense. It was makeshift. It was, and still with that in mind, I think we were. I don't want to say defensively solid exactly, because 3 goals scored, could have been a lot more. But they all played admirably, in my opinion. I was impressed with how our center backs got on, just considering who they are and the positions they normally play. And but it was quite nice. So Ellie, are you guys doing player ratings on your show tomorrow?
We generally don't do player ratings. But I'll speak to the girls and see if we'll do that, because
I know the reason why he's
quite
asking you
good.
is because if you weren't going to do it tomorrow, we were going to do it today.
Yeah,
But
I
if you're
think we
going to
should
do it tomorrow,
because we
if you're
don't.
going to do it tomorrow,
We've never done it really. Nah. So
Okay,
let's do it. Let's go for it.
let's do it. Let me pull up my player ratings here.
Yeah.
All right. This is exciting. Okay, everybody. So let me get a banner up. Lets everyone know we're going to do some player ratings. And then I'll put up the formation. So boom. So I hope everyone can kind of see that a little bit. But it's our formation here, kind of the best that I could like put it together in a second. But we've got Vicario at the back. We've got Toro right back, if everyone, just so everyone remembers. We had the center back pairing, best in the league, Royale and Davis. Destiny, an actual world class player, in my opinion, on the left. Then in the middle, we had Lo Celso Basuma, kind of playing in that more those more holding type of midfielders that we like to play there. We had Johnson on the right, Hill on the left, and then Kulusevski kind of playing that attacking midfield role, that creator behind Son. And yeah, we could. I'd probably, Jose, you like to do things kind of in an order. Start with Vicario.
what you said, I'm organised.
Yes, but that's a good thing. I'm not, so we need at least one of us to be.
So what are you asking me to do? You're asking me to.
What? Just give me an order to go here, and then we'll start the ratings off. We'll start with Vicario, of course.
Yeah, it's going to be Vicario. So normally we do it from goalkeeper, and then we work it from right back to the centre backs to the left back, and then come across the pitch.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Easy enough. So we'll go with Vicario, and I can't go first because it's too hard. Let's make Ellie go first. That seems like a nice thing to do. We got to get the guest blooded in. You know what I mean? So yeah, Ellie, let's hear what do you think? What do you think Vicario gets out of this match?
I'm going to give Vicario a high score because for two reasons: for his kicking, which was really good, and he's passing, and he kept cool, calm and collected when he was put under a lot of pressure by the press of Man City, and some of the passing back to him he dealt with very admirably, but his saves were out of this world, especially one of those. I can't even remember who shot it, but it was such a brilliant save. And just his general command of his area, corner kicks, we were peppered with them. And not one time did they really get close. And he punched a few out, I believe, if I remember rightly. So I'm going to give him a solid 8. It would have been a 9 if he had better positioning when Sonny scored the own goal, because I thought he was too much on the other side and he was ball watching. But yeah, I think a solid 8 is fair. Come on, Vicario. Love him.
Yes. We've already got some people. So we got some comments to get through in the back that I'll kind of circle around back to some. But we've got some people guessing too. Somebody I didn't even know who was in the house yet. Ben Kaufman is here. What is up, Ben? Ben gives Vic a 6. Some great saves, but very sloppy passing. Ellie, I think everything that you had to say was 100% right. I just wanted to say big up to Ben, who hasn't got a big up yet. But yeah, he was great.
But not many.
Yeah, and I mean, with the way that they were pressuring us on the, with, you know what I mean? Their press was so hard, like high and intense, that it made it really hard. Their whole game plan was to make it hard for Vicario to get it out from the back, and he did a good job.
What one person sees is another's, what other people see. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
So
we got an 8 from Ellie. Jose, my dear friend, what would you rate Vicario?
I'm giving
Guglielmo.
I'm giving Vicario a 6.
Okay.
I thought his distribution yesterday was awful. It's probably the worst I've seen his distribution in the game this year for Tottenham. I think yesterday he put us in peril a few times, 2 or 3 occasions. I think he put us in peril. But that's from his own passing. Then some of the passing that he was doing to Royale all the time, I was just like, wow. He wasn't at fault for any of the goals. He couldn't have saved any of them 3 goals. He wasn't at fault for none of them. I think he pulled off one good save that I can recall, but I just think his general distribution wasn't on point, and it was a different type of game because he didn't have to play sweep the keeper type stuff. Because I thought that Man City pressed us up really, really high. It's probably the highest any team has pressed us this year in the games. So for me, he gets a 6.
Yeah. So you agree with Ben Kaufman? Yeah. I do you agree with me though that their entire plan was a high press that was going to make it hard for us to play out from the back. So like naturally, he looked worse than normal. But I mean, I think given that, I mean, he still it doesn't, I guess, change how good it was. But I think that with some perspective, just on like, I don't know. I don't know if this takes away from his distribution in other games, or if it just means that I give him a break today. I don't know. Yeah, I would probably say more. You're right, 100% right about his the 3 goals being unstoppable. They were going in no matter who was keeper, and that's down to the defense in a lot of ways. I don't know. I think 7's probably safe. 7's probably fair. I'll split the difference between you two and say 7. So we've got some people in the chat voting as well. Daniel E is saying 7. So we've got 2 7s, 2 6s, and an 8. And then we've got some other people who haven't given numbers, but they're helping. They're saying, yeah, Daniel E's agreeing none of the goals he could do anything about.
I think the first one, on his own goal, he could have been in a better position. You watch it again. When the ball comes across, he's on the left side of the goal and he doesn't move over to the middle. See, Pat Jennings, I said this in another stream, Pat Jennings always knew where the middle of the goal is. Then you give yourself more chance if it is deflected. That's my opinion. I thought he could have been more over to get, because he nearly made the save, but he was too far over to the left.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, his positioning could have been better on the cross in general. Real quick, want to say big up to Chris from Meta Football TV. Thanks for being here. All the best back, bub. It's top of the league. He comes to hear his score. He leaves when he knows he's top. But I just want to say, Chris, big up, man. Thanks for joining us for the time that you had today, man. We really appreciate you. But back to Vicario.
I've received the predictions because he sent them to me just now.
Oh, nice.
Okay. He's now plugged in.
So what are we going here, guys? What does this average out to? 7 for Vicario, you think?
Yeah.
6, 7? Let's go. I think we should go 7. Okay, great.
What are we gone for? There's a 7 from you.
8 from me, 6 from you and Ben. Well, 6
and then
from
and then 7 from also 7 from Daniel E.
And then there was
we've got 2 6s, 2 7s, and an 8.
Yeah. 7's a fair score.
Making Jose do math.
No, it's right. It's 7's the average.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Great. So the way that this is put together, it's making me kind of go from left to right, and we can go wherever we want. So we'll go to right back, and then we'll go Pedro Porro.
Porro. Wow.
I thought,
what a player. Only got dribbled around once. Joined the attack very impressively. Powered forward. Done tracked back. I'm gonna give him a 7 because I think he could have done a little bit better with closing down Porro so that he didn't get the cross for the goal. But other than that, his general play was really good. But I can't give him an 8 because he's played better than that in other games. So I think 7 is a fair score.
Yeah. I could agree with it. I definitely. I mean, there's arguments. I think within a point either way of that, just depending on how you look at it and what the type of football you like to see played. So we got a 7 from Ellie. Jose, what are you saying on good old Pedro Porro?
Pedro Porro is an 8 all day for me. I thought he had a really good game.
He's looking to be quite a player. I'm really, really happy with him. He reminds me, I think I said this in another stream, but kind of Kieran Trippier in a way, just with his passing, with his ability to put the ball in play. What? Sorry, I cut you off really bad. What about his performance did you think made him earn that 8?
Who Pedro Porro?
Mm-hmm.
Pedro Porro did everything, didn't he? Defended, he attacked, he did everything. People weren't getting past him. And it doesn't matter whether it was Doku playing down his side or Grealish down his side. He stuck to him like glue. He played really, really well. And he helped in attack. He filled in the pockets as well. He done well. It's general all-round game. He played really, really well yesterday.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I thought he was wonderful as well. And remember when everyone said that Porro couldn't defend? I think that's awfully silly now. I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020. And all that good stuff. But, and he couldn't really defend, I guess, when he first came to the league. It took him a while to get up to speed. And so maybe those criticisms weren't wrong, but that's definitely not his weakness anymore. His one weakness, I think, is that thing where they play a ball over the top of him and he doesn't, for some reason, follow it at all. And he's just like, oh, it's behind me now. And I don't know. That's something that I think he's also working on. But that's my biggest complaint about him. I mean, he's doing so much better defensively. Ben Kaufman gives Porro a 9. I'm going to say 8 as well. So we've got 2 8s, 2 7s, a 9. Julie Sievers gives Porro an 8 as well. Nice.
And Tosford was giving him a 7.
Yeah. So I'd say.
Did you get Adrian Shoker's 7 as well?
Yeah. Yep. So we've got 7. So yeah, 1 7, 2 7s, 3 8s, and a 9. So
2 what?
2 7s. 2 7s, 3 8s, and a 9.
That's 24, 36, 45 divided by 6.
45 divided by 6.
Is that right?
Equals 7.5. Yeah. And so that'd be 7.5. We're gonna round that up to an 8. Pedro Porro gets an 8 today, guys. Nice job, everyone. Ben Kaufman though says that he got beat only twice in the game. It's down. He thinks he'll downgrade to an 8, but he was excellent. But we already got your score in, so he took the 9. Sorry, Ben. And everyone's saying, yeah, he did. Say so, so anyway, yeah, so now we'll move on obviously to Emerson Royal, the royal defender that we've got from Barcelona, from sunny Barcelona all the way to Spurs. He came from sunny Spain to play at White Hart Lane. And yeah, guys, I think that I'll go. I might go first on this one because it's hard and it's weird. So I thought that he always made himself available. I like that he always made himself available to Vicario. Always, he was always showing, always available. He did. I'm gonna give him like a 6, but I think that the 6 is actually kind of harsh, and that as part of the unit he played better than that, but individually he made a couple of errors. He isn't a central defender, so we've seen that now, but he can work in a pinch. I think he paired well with Davies, who was very solid. We'll get to him, but yeah, I think 6 is what I'll go with for Emerson. It's 6.5 probably, but doing 0.5s is hard, so it's 6 for me. 6 for me on Emmer Goat, and yeah, sticking with it. You guys might be able to talk me out of it, but the 6 is going down for the score. Keep it in my notes here.
With your 6, right? That's what you really believe in your true heart of hearts. So
yeah, exactly. So Ellie, what do you think about Emerson yesterday?
It's hard because he's such a likable character, and he works hard for the team. He makes himself available, like you said, but some of his passing put us under extreme pressure because they were too slow and he was too deliberate on the ball. He wasn't moving it quick enough. He put Vicario into a few compromising positions. But his defensive work is okay. Nothing to write home about, but do you know what? I'm going to give him a 5. I can't give him a 6 because if his passing was better, I would have given him a 6, but his passing put us into a lot of trouble because it wasn't good.
it did. It did. Absolutely.
Yeah. He wasn't awful, but his passing was. That's what let him down. And generally, that's what lets his game down, his passing. He doesn't move the ball quick enough, and he's not accurate. Like
no trickery in him either. You know what I mean? He, like you said, so deliberate. He's got no like skill moves. It seems. You know what I mean? Like no little.
Can I just give you some breaking news?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Manchester City charged for failing to control players after chaotic end to the thrilling 3-3 draw with Tottenham.
Right.
Erling Haaland will not face any action for his post-match referee after draw with Spurs, but Manchester City are likely to be hit with a 5-figure fine for venting their spleen at referee Simon Hooper. So Manchester City have been charged as a team.
Right.
Wow. Well, at least
they deserve to be charged.
Hopefully, it's the first of many charges, and this one's not their biggest one. So yeah, that was news you could use with Jose.
I was going to say, they had every right to complain, but there's a right way to do it. They were over the top. Just talk to the referee, and they were all manhandling the referee and getting in his grill. It was
this isn't La Liga. You can't do that here.
No.
And you know, and no offense to La Liga, I just see it in that league a lot. That's the only other league I watch. So, but yeah, I'm just hoping Jose's not mad at me now for talking smack about La Liga. But yeah. So what's your rating on Emerson, Mr. Emerson?
Yeah, what was my score for Emerson Royale?
Yeah, the Royal one.
5.
5 as well. There's been quite a few of those. Was it his passing for you that let him down?
Yeah, it's his passing. I'd say more so the first half. He had an absolute shocker in the first half. I think he improved in the second half, but it was I mean, it's difficult because I'm going to say it's his passing, but Postecoglou has said this is the way he wants us to play. He wants us to play so we can open up the pitch and have the overlaps. But some of them balls going into Bissouma from him, and some of the balls back to the keeper, and some of the other balls he played. And I know that Postecoglou's turns around and says, I don't care if you get it wrong, I want you to do it again, and I want you to do it again. But there's doing it again, and then there's doing it again. It just, in the first half, every time he touched it, it was the same thing. I just thought Groundhog Day. He improved in the second half, but if I've got to measure him against the rest of the players for yesterday, it's a 5 for me for him yesterday. I'm afraid.
I could see it. I got your 5 down here as well. We got Rich in the house. I just wanted to say big up to Rich. I haven't seen your name yet, bud. Hope you're doing it real well. Hope everything is good in your hood. But Rich says 6 as well. And then Julie throwing out there that her scores may be inflated due to her delight in pulling off the draw. Hey, all good. Inflate them all you want. This is your belief. So yeah. And then I got everybody else's scores in. There were a ton. Ben Coffin though says he's poor on the ball, works his booty up, and he's just a poor footballer. Jose always says we need to check his passport and make sure that he's actually Brazilian. I think and I think you might be on to something there.
We got 2 players that we need to check their passports that purported to be Brazilian players at our club.
Yeah, something pissed you there. Gyros Peanut says he didn't watch the game.
I'm gonna have to get in contact with the Home Office. I know a few people there.
You probably are. Yeah, do it. No, actually, don't. We don't want to. We can't be any thinner in ranks than we are right now. I don't want to get them in any trouble. Gyros Peanut though says didn't watch the game, and he could have told you that Emerson had a shocker. It was a shocker for Emerson. It was actually pretty good, man. Let's say that. Whoa, Niall Kane is in the house. Not sure which channel you're watching on, bud, since it's the dual stream, but we are really glad to have you, man. Big up. Yes, everybody hit the like and sub to both channels if you could. Dual streaming on Talking Ball and LTEL Cockerel. Let me see if I can find a message of you that says it better than I can say it. Anyway, we're dual streaming. LTEL Cockerel is one of the channels, and Here's this. Boom. El Tel Cockerel. We are streaming on that channel right now, as well as on Talking Ball. So if you're watching on either one, please flip flop over, hit the likey and the subscribey, and come back to and hang out.
The likey and subscribey. I like it, man. I like it.
Thank you. Just hit the likey and the subscribey. Come back. But yeah. So let me add all these up. Math. So we've got all our scores in, I think, for Royale, and I kind of just want to look and just guess. But no. +6 +7 +6
Sorry, just saying hi.
+6. Yeah. You can run the comments if you want while I'm doing this dumb stuff. Divided by 1.
So we've got Emerson. Your mum's saying my scores may be inflated due to my delight of pulling off the draw. Fair enough.
5.1 for him, so he rounds out to a 5.
Royale looks nervous to me in that position. Man City will pay the fine in oil.
Yeah.
Major.
Yeah.
You got Chris, who's modding over at my channel at the moment, and he's asking everyone to smash the likes and comments and subscribe. You've got Dora. I didn't watch the game, and I could have told you Emerson had a shocker. Yeah. You got Tot Spurs, I think, is modding over here at Talking Ball, and he's telling people exactly the same to hit the like button, sub to the channels. Niall, yeah, I'm saying hello to Niall. And Chris is saying,
from Montrose.
Yeah, and Chris saying, anyone know anyone at HMRC? And then you've got Tot Spurs saying that we're dual streaming and so on and so forth. So we're up to date. So the next player that we're going to look at is.
It's Mr. Ben Davis. Oh, voice crack. That was terrible. I swear I already did puberty. I don't know why that happened, but it's Mr. Ben Davis.
I'm going to start with Ben Davis. I'm going to give Ben Davis a 7.
Ooh, okay. All right, Ellie.
I thought Ben Davis played well. Ben Davis has, and I will be honest, in the high line that we play, there's no getting away from it. He has his limitations, but as a seasoned pro that he is, he knows what he can and can't do, and he does the best to the best of his ability to fit the system in what we do. And he doesn't usually get caught out for much. And so I thought he had a steady game yesterday. I was very scared of Davis when Davis played left back against Palace because he got roasted every time. But playing in that left centre position, he hasn't been roasted every time. I just thought
suits him.
I just thought he used his footballing brain that he's got, and I thought he'd done really well yesterday. I'm going to give him a 7.
Boom! I love it. You know I'm a Ben Davis guy myself, so yeah, I love him. I thought he's done really admirably, and I think he does a pretty decent job anywhere where he's asked to. And ever since Conte came in and was playing that 3 at the back system and needed a player and stuck Davies there, I said that was before our January window, and I said we're not getting anybody in. Davies is going to play, or it was during a January window, or right around that time. I said Davies is going to hold that position down the rest of the year, and then he did, and then continued to hold it down for another a season after that. I don't know. I just think he's capable. I don't think he's nearly as bad of a player as a lot of other people do. Definitely got his limitations as a footballer. He's probably only, a 7 out of 10 at his best, footballer. But I mean, still, you need some of those, especially for when you're in an injury crisis. And you say 7, because I think 7's very fair for Ben Davis. I could argue for an 8 if I was feeling really froggy, but I think 7 is the accurate answer here. I don't remember him doing anything particularly stupid. That was a hard word to say, but I don't think, did he do anything very stupid? Did he have any big mistakes that I'm not remembering just due to the pure joy of the match?
No.
Yeah. All right. So 7 for me. So it's a 7 for me, and it's a 7 for Jose so far.
Yeah. I'll have to agree with you two guys. 7 for me as well. I thought he played decent, like you said, he stays within his limits. He doesn't try anything fancy. He just does what he does. He's like a steady Eddie in the team. You know, he does what he says on the can with Davies, right? But do you know what? I thought he linked up quite well with Udogie in the second half. He was doing some nice little through balls through to the middle, you know, and he done a couple of good blocks as well, put his body on the line like he normally does. You know, he's a proper team player, and I'm sure that all the players at Spurs have always appreciated him. Maybe the fans, we haven't done so much, because sometimes when he plays in matches he does make errors, but he didn't make any in this match. So I think a solid 7 is a very fair result from all of us.
Yeah, and everyone in the comments is agreeing with 7 as well, which always makes it easy. We got Stroka, Todd Spurs, Ben Kaufman, Julie. Chris says, I like Chris's thing here. He has experience, which is probably his forte. He doesn't moan and is always ready when needed. Team player. Heck yeah, Chris. The Cough says he'd still replace Davies, but he's not a priority replacement for sure.
Yeah.
And then Todd Spurs is saying, everybody, please sub over for more Spurs content at Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. That's where you can find Ellie most of the time when she's not here with us.
Yeah.
But so yeah, boom. So yeah, oh, that's the wrong banner. We're doing Ben Davis. It's okay. There it is. And so since everybody said 7, I think we can go ahead and we can give Ben Davies a 7. So that's easy.
Yeah.
Then we'll head over to Destiny now. Ellie, would you like to go first with Mr. Destiny Udogie? Udogie, I don't know how you say it.
Right, he lost his discipline a bit again where he got the yellow card, but he had a very, very good game. I thought his pressing in the second half was brilliant, you know, and he pushed us up the field and he kept on pinning them in, right? And he kept Davis disciplined as well, because they were talking to one another. I was watching them, right? And like one would go, one would stay, and like they really covered each other's back, because Destiny's got the pace, whereas Davis hasn't so much. So they played very cleverly together, and I think they're getting a very good understanding of, you know, each other's play. But I thought Destiny, I think he deserves an 8, because I thought his passing was good. He was throwing the ball quickly as well and finding our man. When a lot of our throw-ins, what I've noticed, we always give the ball away, but with Destiny, we don't. So, yeah, I thought he played a very good game and he stayed disciplined this time. He did one little niggle, but it wasn't enough to get him the red card. But I think the referee did give him a warning. But he's still young. He's only 20 and he's this good.
He plays
20.
like a exactly, you know? Exactly. He's mixing it up with people that are, you know, much older and more experienced. For sure. We saw
not just
we were hurting when he was gone.
He's just got an all-round good awareness of, you know, what's going on in front of him as well. So yeah, I'm going to give him an 8. I think he deserves that.
Boom. Yeah, I would agree. That's a very, very solid and realistic score for him. Jose, my man, Destiny.
If I'm measuring him against the rest of the defenders, he gets a 6 from me.
Wow.
I thought, yeah, like Ellie said, he got booked. His first half, like everybody, he improved in the second half, but I just thought he was iffy in the first half. But like everybody in the game, or most of the people in our team improved in the second half. But yeah, if I'm measuring him, I think out of all of them, the worst out of the back 4 was Emerson. But I'd put Davis ahead of Udogie. Udogie improved in the second half like everyone else did, but I'm going to give him a 6. I expect there's more that he can do.
Definitely, I get that.
There's more that he can do, but yeah, I might be sounding harsh, but I can't live on emotions. I've got to be real, and you know, my heart goes out because I love Udogie as a player and as a person. But yeah, I'm being critical. I'm going to say 6.
No, that's good. Be critical. You know what I mean? We need to hold our players to a high standard. Just because they're young and doing well doesn't mean that they're, you know, perfect or the finished article or anything like that. So I like that answer. I'm going to go with my initial head, and you know, my initial answer that was in my head, which was an 8. And it's just solely because of the way that how vertically he plays, how he gets us up the pitch. He's always looking to get forward. There's not a whole lot of passing back or sideways with him. He's going to take a player on. We've needed to have a fullback or a wing back. I know that we don't play with wing backs. We've needed a fullback like that for a long time, and looks like we finally got him. And it's nice to have a player with pace that can get us up the pitch quickly and help us beat presses. And he's also just so physically imposing for a 20-year-old. He's awesome. I thought he played really well. I'm going to have to give him an 8 as well. But I think with our 2 8s, year 6, we're at like a 7. We've got some people in the chat. Adrian Stroka says 7. And so does my ma. I think he's been better, but can't be brilliant every day. 7 from the cough. Awesome. So I think it's pretty safe to, let's just say 7. We're going 7 on Udogi. So there he is.
Okay.
There he is. So the next player that we're going to go for then, guys, is Lo Celso. And I'm probably going to make these faster and just kind of go a little quicker. I've been going a little slow, but on Lo Celso here, I think that he gets a solid from me. Lo Celso gets a solid 7. You can't discount the goal, obviously, and then just with the amount of tenacity he's shown, he doesn't just get forward; he gets back, which surprised me. His commitment to the defensive side of the game isn't something that I expected from him. Especially a player that was supposedly very like want away and like didn't want to be here I think he's really turned it around, and I might be seeing it through my lily white tinted glasses, but I think he deserves a 7 from yesterday. So I'll go 7 on Gio.
So Gio was brought in with an attacking manager in mind. Then we've had 3 defensive managers following that. He's been farmed out. He's been loaned. He's been maligned by everyone because he does it for everybody else, but he doesn't do it for us. He's now come back from injury. He's doing it under a manager who plays attacking football, and boy, does he look a different player. He's defended. He's attacked. He's put in solid performances in the 2 games that he's played. Now, he came off the subs bench and he got 2 minutes here and 5 minutes there, and people were criticising him. You can't show what you can do in 2 minutes and 5 minutes, but when you start the match from the off, you can show what you do. Lo Celso is playing really, really well at the moment, and long may it continue, because with Maddison being out and other players that we've got injured in that position, and with the AFCON coming up, we need him to be playing well. So yesterday's performance, he started strongly, but he gave away the free kick that City took the lead from. However, he more than made up for that with a low curling effort in the second half to make it 2 goals in 2 games. And he worked hard in the 77 minutes and is making a difference. I would give him an 8 for yesterday's performance. I saw a lot in Lo Celso again yesterday.
Yeah. 8s have been very common in the chat. 7s and 8s. Ellie, and Jose, I agree with everything you said. Real quick, Jose, I totally agree with you. I just know that you're kind of in a hurry, so I'm trying to help get through as many of these with you here as possible.
I'll give you a quick assessment, right? It was a game of 2 halves for us as a team and Lo Celso as a player, because I thought the first half he was a bit missing. He wasn't really getting into the game as much as he should do. When he was on the ball, he was okay, but the second half he picked up and he was sublime, and he was linking up well with Kulu, with Kiel until he got taken off, and then with the other midfielders who came on. And I thought he had a fantastic 7.5. So I'm going to balance it out like Jose. I'm going to give him an 8 because he scored a sublime goal as well. Brilliant. And I just thought his overall play for that second half, it earned him that 8. Otherwise, it would have been a 7 if he put in another. If he didn't score, I think I would have given him a 7. But I think he deserves the 8 for that brilliant goal as well.
Yeah, and my mom here saying that she's giving him an 8 just for bumping Holland, which I think is hilarious. Holland. I'm so glad that we kept Holland quiet yesterday. That makes me really happy. But anyway, So we kept him quiet until the end of the match when he was crying to the referee.
I think the bravery as well for bumping Haaland, because he's about 10 foot taller.
Yeah, he's a unit. He is not a small man, that's for sure.
No.
But Adrian's
Something like that. Yeah.
He's a monster. I wouldn't fight him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You could, Ellie, you could probably take him, but I don't think I could. But
I'm only 5'5", so I'll just come up to probably his belly button.
sounds like you got a good shot at his junk though.
There,
you could just hit him right in the punch him right in the nuts. Just bring him right down. There you go.
Yeah.
Adrian Soroka says 7 for Gio. Rich, my man Rich says 8. Wayne Bonner's in the house, everybody. Can we just give a quick what's up, Wayne Bonner? He is the man, Wayne Bonner. He says Lo Celso played well, and he'll play better against Villa. Still lacks that final thought around the penalty area. Yeah, for sure.
So Wayne, just to say, we've missed you over the last couple of weeks doing predictions. We're doing predictions again for this week's games, which start tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And if I'm not going to have time to do them on the show, so what I will say to people is, when the show finishes, go on to either stream and in the comments put down your scores there. Unless you're part of the WhatsApp group for Talking Ball, then send me the messages there of who you want or the results that you want for this week.
And I'll make a short too. Yeah, Jose, I'll make a short as well. That's like, hey, if you forgot to get your predictions, then get them in. We'll take care of it. We'll get everybody.
Because we've got a WhatsApp group now on Talking Ball, and if any of you guys want to join it, we'll get you on there as well, because it makes it far easier.
Boom. Yeah, that exactly. Perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself. So, guys, this is tough. I quit doing the math on the last one, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Lo Celso, what's he get? An 8 or a 7? Everybody said 7 or 8. Except Ben Kaufman, who said 9. I think that bumps it up. I think we get an 8 out of this. Nice job, Ben. Yeah. So let's give him an 8 for Lo Celso. It's been the most consistent answer. Chris says that he gives Holland a solid 15. Okay.
Sorry, Totspurs. Sorry, mate. Totspurs. You and everybody else on it. On Twitter, I've got Eltol Cockrell. Just private message me your phone numbers on Twitter to Eltol Cockrell, and I'll get you added to the Talking Ball WhatsApp group. Yeah. And Colin, you can say that in your short, Colin. Give your Twitter handle and my Twitter handle, and if people send it to us, then we'll add them to the group.
Perfect. Yeah. I couldn't say it better myself.
Because all I've got to say, Ellie, you've been part of the group. You're part of our Talking Ball group. And all I've got to say is, yesterday, it absolutely exploded. I've never seen so many comments in one. I just read them all. I was just like, boy, these people are on fire. Everyone was commenting. Everybody. And it was a joy to see everyone talking football. So, well done.
Absolutely.
We're all happy that
it's really nice. And we have a good coach, a good manager, I guess, who puts us in that position, and everybody's happy about that. But yeah, Ben is a non-pro so Lee Smithy Smith is in the house. Everybody, what up?
Hi, Mia. Yeah, I saw your comment, but it's for our usual people that we do know that would be added.
Yeah, just people from the gang. Yeah. But Wayne's got it about this weekend's predictions.
Lee Smithy Smith, sorry, mate, I know that you've missed a couple of weeks. So, as I've said, what we're doing is, if you're in the WhatsApp group with Talking Ball, you can give them to me there. Otherwise, either on this channel, Talking Ball, or Eltol Cockrell, because we're dual streaming. Once the stream finishes, in the comments, if you add your scores there, I'll get them locked and loaded for you. All right? Sorry.
And it's easy to get back in the. No, it's good. It's easy to get back in the game, Smithy. It's real easy to get back. So yeah. no riffraff. Wayne said he wanted the WhatsApp number, and then Mia quickly said no riffraff.
Right. So Lo Celso, what did Lo Celso get in the end? Because I've got like 5 minutes. He's got an 8. Okay. So the Bissouma, right. So the reason why for me Lo Celso may not have shone, as what Ellie said, is because Bissouma had a poor game. Bissouma played really, really poorly. Bissouma gave away possession a few times in the first half, and in the second half, he gave away that ball that led to their third goal. So it was Bissouma having a poor game yesterday that maybe, we didn't think a lot. Lo Celso had to do a lot of defending yesterday and attacking. And it was because Bissouma was off the ball yesterday. Bissouma had a poor game. So for me, Bissouma gets a 4.
Ooh.
Wow, 4. Okay.
He was poorer than Emerson yesterday for me.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane. Let me get this stupid banner off of here. That's the wrong person. We're on to BIS rating.
I've got 4. Rich is coming with a 5. Good afternoon, John Fitzpatrick.
John Fitzpatrick, what is up, dog? Good to have you, man. Hope you're doing well over in sunny. Well, hopefully Ireland is sunny today. Hope you're doing well, my man.
So
but yeah,
Rich and Wayne Bodder are both coming with 5s.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bissouma doesn't seem to be playing to his level as of late. Hopefully, just a blip before he gets back to his best. But I give him a 5. Yeah, shoot. So let's bump him up to a 5 here. Ellie, what do you say about this?
Lee Smith's coming with a 4. Go on, Ellie. What are you coming in with?
I'm going to be even harsher. I'm only going to give him a 3.
Oh, then we're definitely down to at least 4.
He was god awful. He was. First of all, it didn't look like he was fit. He was struggling, right?
That's a possibility.
He gave the ball away so many times, and he wasn't even tracking back like he normally does. And I think not only did he miss the link up with Maddison, he missed Sarr behind him, because Sarr, he's like the engine of the team, and you don't realise what you're missing until he's missing. And I think Bissouma works with Sarr so well, even more so in a strange sort of way than he does with Maddison. Because with Maddison, it's more progressive, but with Sarr, they work as a team together. And he didn't have that with Lo Celso, because Lo Celso, although he did track back a few times, he's not got the engine like Sarr's got. So I thought he was very poor, guys. I can't even give him a 4. I'm going to give him a 3. Sorry.
Wow.
Ben's coming in with a 4, saying Bissouma 4 almost cost us the game with his arrogance. Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even think it was arrogance. I think he thought that he could dribble again, because he tried it once and it worked. And he thought, right, I'm going to try it again. And he got caught, because you can't do that against Man City, because they'll hunt you down. And Rodri was straight on him, right? And he lost the ball, and we got punished, you know, and he could have lost us the game.
You're right. Yeah, that's a good point. I actually kind of blocked that from my memory. I don't want to give him. I'll give him a 5, which I think will balance everything out to a 4. So the next person that we would have, I know you got to go in like 2 seconds, Jose. So I just want to get your thoughts on Johnson.
It's not Johnson. It's Kulusevski, mate. It's midfielders we're looking at first.
Kulusevski. Apologies. Yeah, you're right.
Kulu played in the middle. Right. Let me tell you a bit about Kulu. Right. He played a quick ball over the top into Son's run for an early assist. Another all-action performance in a deeper role, and he deservedly grabbed a dramatic late equaliser in the match with a rare but powerful header. Only the second player in Premier League history since Danny Murphy to score away at the reigning champions in 3 consecutive seasons. Kulusevski was all action. He played well in the middle in the first half, and he played well in the right, and he helped out his team. Kulusevski is the unsung hero of this team, and I've been saying it from the start of the season that many people have said he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. But I know, Ellie, you're not one of them, because I know you've always said the same as me.
I love
Kulu.
And so have you, Colin, that his strength, he helps us out, and he's just unbelievable. And for that reason, Kulusevski for yesterday, I've got to give him a 9, a minimum of a 9. I've got to give it to him.
Whoa, Kulusevski 9 is where we're going to start out.
He was the man of the match. 9.
I could see it. I mean, he definitely was man of the match. Kulusevski 9. Wow. He was great, and it really. So one thing you were saying a lot of the doubters about Kulu were proven wrong. I did sort of doubt him in the central role. I did not know how well he would perform there. I didn't know if he'd be able to, if he would, and he's not the same player as Maddison. It's not the exact same. It's the same position, but not the same role, I guess. but he does it well. He links up play very well. He doesn't play like those insane through balls that Madison plays. He doesn't, he doesn't seem quite as creative and quick as Madison, but what he lacks there, he makes up for with, like you said, his strength, with his ability to kind of read play and see where people are going to be. And he did wonderfully yesterday. Complete joy to watch. As a fellow redhead, I say, keep it up. Show the world that we are cool, Kulu. So Kulu, I can't really argue with your score. I was going to say 8, but let's go 9. And Ellie, what do you think about the ginger from Sweden?
Adrian Shoker's coming in with a 9. Kulu, Lee Smithy Smith a 9. Rich is coming in with a 10. Ben is coming with a 9 man of the match. And Rich says an extra point for that LeBron James celebration.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Dermot.
Hey, Dermot. What's up, dog?
And Dermot's coming in with a 10.
Dang, I might as well just knock this thing up here, dude.
I love Decky's, Julie saying. And she's giving him a 9. And then you also have Wayne Bonner, who says Cooley played well, agree with a 9, but by God, he needs to use his right foot more, and picking things up rather than slowing down by cutting back onto his left. Well, there was no slowing him down when he was like a helicopter in the air to get that header.
Yeah.
That's so true. I don't know how he did it. Honestly, don't know how he did it.
So I kind of think we know where we're going with him. He's got a 9 all round, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a 10 out of 10. Give me a ginger from Sweden, number 21. His name is Kulusevski. He is the most cultured player in our squad.
I agree with that.
He's very good at passing, because we've seen that, right? On the right, he's wasted because of it.
Even on the right, he only has 2 moves, but he still beats people. He beats people, even though he only has 2 moves.
But what happens invariably, he beats them, and then they catch up with him, and then he's got to beat them again because he doesn't have that magic burst of play. He reminds me of cross between Chris Waddle, and a little bit of Harry Kane we saw yesterday as well. Because when he picked the ball up from Kiel, what a great pass to Sonny. He split that defence, and I think he's such a cultured footballer, and he gets a lot of beef, mainly because of his pace, not his right foot. Because he does use his right foot, but not as much as he should do. But I can't fault his performance because he was everywhere. And he tracked back as well when he needed to. He got us moving. His passing was immaculate. And what a great header at the end. What a great header,
Get in there. Yes, absolutely.
10 out of 10 from me. Man of the match.
I picked a good match for my friend to have his first Spurs match to watch yesterday, for sure. So Jose.
I can't fault him, guys. I can't fault him.
Cooley's getting a 9 for definite, isn't
he? Absolutely.
Right, I've got to shoot, so I'm gonna just say I'm gonna give you my last 3, and then I've got to shoot, and then remind everybody what they've got to do. Right, so just reading up on Brian Hill, right, did well early on the edge of Spurs' box to release Kulusevski in the build-up to the visitors' early goal. He seized on the loose pass from Silva. Pass, but his low cross was sent behind the City goal when he might have tried a first-time shot in the first half as well. But he struggled to trouble Walker, and he came off at half-time. So just because I would have said a 5 because he only played half the game, but because he got us out into the position to score our first goal with a lovely turn, because he took a massive risk on the edge of the box, and there's a lovely pirouette turn that he did to get away to release Kulusevski, who first time ball went over to Son. So for that, I'm going to give Hill a 6. I'm going to give Brennan Johnson a 7. And Son Heung-min gets an 8 from me. So you got 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Awesome. Yeah.
And then again,
we'll get the rest.
For people, right, I saw a message from, who was it? I saw a message from, I think
somebody just said, can you send me the link? I don't know whether that's for your channel. I just saw it pop up.
No, it was Top Spurs. Top Spurs. No, Top Spurs sent me a message saying that he can't message me at Eltel Cockerell on on what's it called, Twitter. So
Oh,
if you can't do it, Totspurs on there, do it on one of the videos once we finish. Yeah.
Yeah, just
And
go
then
in the comments.
and just go in the comment section once we finish and put your scores there. Other than that, people reach out and give it to me on Twitter or Colin. Colin will do a short and then we'll get your scores in. At the moment, I have Chris Peters, Julie S, Kate, and Chris Meta Football locked in already.
boom. Hey, it looks like we might have somebody in the back room. Bring yourself in.
Right, people, I've got to
if
go.
you're here,
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining.
Jose, thank you.
Carry on.
Thanks, Jose.
Loads, and I shall see you all tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, maybe at 4 o'clock, but we're definitely on at 8 o'clock in the evening on Just a Go Who Loves Spurs and Spurs Between the Lines. So we'll see you all there, people. But yeah,
boom.
Colin, you'll have to tell the people what to do for later.
Yeah, I'll get it all taken care of for sure. Right. I promise.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Awesome. Enjoy the rest of your show. See you later.
Jose.
Bye.
Bye, Jose. Bye. See you. Bye. Hold on. I left the stage. He accidentally got rid of me. But so it looks like we have somebody in the back room, but I'm waiting for confirmation. I'm waiting for some confirmation from them real quick, just to make sure that it is who.
Give me a ginger complete, and his name is Kulusevski, and he plays on the wing.
Yes, I'm so.
I just wanted, y'all were talking about Kulusevski. I just wanted to pop in real quick and say publicly I have to apologize. I apologized yesterday. The man dunked on the replacement for a $90 million center back, and then he hit the LeBron James celebration.
I knew you'd love it, bro.
I keep thinking about that moment and the celebration, just ice cold. Ice cold. So Kulusevski, I have to apologize. Giovanni Lo Celso, give me 10 more games of that, and I'll apologize publicly. But great game from Gio. Great game from Gio. Love Kulusevski. I never want to see Kulu on the wing. Always need him in the middle from now on, in my opinion. I think everything he does positively as a winger, he can do that from the midfield. Let him do it centrally. It might even be dangerous when you have him and James Madison come back. So that's what I'm saying. Like Kulusevski has revitalized my hopes for him as a player, for where he can fit in, because he's not an Ange Postecoglou type of winger, right? He is a Kulusevski kind of winger. He's unique. He's not fast. He can hold up the ball well defensively, can win you the ball back in some great areas. But bro, just do all that in the midfield. Why not? Why? Let's keep, because what I think happens is collateral effect is by moving Kulu in, now we have a free spot for the right wing, which is Brennan Johnson's natural position, which is where he likes to run in behind. You saw him turn around a $90 million center back, Josko Vardiol, yesterday in that position. That's where I want to see Brennan Johnson. I thought had one of his better games. I need Brennan Johnson as a right winger. I don't want Kulusevski as my right winger anymore. I don't mind that we changed to him in the second half, and that's where he started to. But I thought in the first half he was still able to find some success and some joy there personally. But yeah, man, what a game! Buck City, Sonny owns City. Sonny is your daddy.
That's his city. Yeah, they should just call it home and son.
Yeah, with Manchester City Football Club, that when they want to stay up late at night, they phone up Son Heung-min and they say, "Dad, can we stay up late tonight, or do I have to be asleep at my bedtime?" And Son gives them permission, or he denies their permission. But
he denies it every time. By the way, too, he'd say, "No, go to sleep."
I was just watching this beautiful montage on Twitter of just Son owning Manchester City over the years, and it's you know what? It's just so beautiful to see. So yeah. I just wanted to come on and say those two things to you, Colin. I do got to get back to making some breakfast, but I saw you were on. Make sure everyone's hitting them likes, hitting them subscribes for Talking Ball.
Boom. That's Jacob, everybody. United Spurs of America. Hang out over there if you don't already. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate you, buddy.
Much love. I've been listening. I just ain't been in the chat, but I've been listening to y'all. I always do. Just know, I'm like Batman. Even though I'm not there, I still got my eyes there. You know what I mean?
Dang, homie.
You're like CQ, but the male version.
Yeah, but Batman, not Batgirl.
No,
right.
No, she's Lego Batman. She's regular Batman. I'll be cartoon Batman. Or she's Lego Batman. I'll be cartoon Batman.
Yeah.
I like it. I'll take that. All right, cartoon Batman.
All right, y'all. Well, you have a great rest of the show. Everyone, make sure you hit them likes up.
Thanks, man. Tell the family we said hey.
Yep,
Yeah,
he's saying hi back. You heard him.
Yeah. Hey, little Jacob. All right. Awesome, dude.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate you,
Cheers,
man.
buddy. Take care, man.
Cheers, dog.
Bye.
Woo.
Peace.
I love Jacob.
Boom. Me too. He's like the nicest guy on YouTube, and in real life. But yeah, Ellie, I kind of have us in the way. Hold on, let me fix that. There we go.
Yeah,
All right. So yeah. And by the way, everybody, what a treat! Like I said, Jacob, United Spurs of America. If you don't somehow already subscribe to that channel, you really ought to. It's great content. Great dude. Yeah, some great quality stuff.
Join him on
It's always a
Saturday
good time.
because he's having the free K party.
Yes, he is.
Brilliant.
I'm trying to find something really spicy to eat, to do like kind of entertainment for people. But I can't find those chips. They took the chips off the shelves because some kid died. Dang it.
Oh.
But I'm gonna just try to get like maybe like an actual pepper, like a Carolina Reaper, ghost peppers or something, and answer some Spurs questions. But yeah,
that's good.
We've got some more Kulu love, and it all basically is agreeing with the 9. Yeah, use right foot more right. Oh yeah, we're all caught up.
10 out of 10.
Boom. And Eltel Cockerell, Jose, the man, has a really good idea here. And I'm going to show everybody the predictions on the table. Yes. So here are the predictions. Right. Exactly. So let me get this banner off of here real quick. I'm bad at that. So guys, everybody who's part of the prediction league, here are this past weekend's results. And if you remember, an orange square means that you got the correct team winning, but you didn't have the score correct. Green means that you got both correct. You got both the score and the result. And it's 3 points for a green, 1 point for an orange. And everybody, look at all that orange on the table. We did pretty good results wise, everybody collectively as a group. But you'll see that a couple people stood out. Chris Peters with 3 correct scores, which is wonderful. That's 9 points right there. He and then Chris Meta Football and from Meta Football TV, he did a great job too. He also got 3, and he got 4 more correct guesses on top of that. So that is everybody's guesses from last week, which then kind of brings us to the table, where we're at in the table. And let me see if I can position me and you out of the way here. Boom. And then there is the table. And with the table, we've got in first place Chris Meta Football TV. Under that, Chris Peters. Jose has moved down to 3rd. Look at that, though. Ellie is in. What place are you in, Ellie? You're pretty high up there, aren't you? Yeah, you're in 5th place. We got Ellie in 5th on 40 points. Anyway, I've moved up a bit too. I'm at 26. I'm climbing up there, guys. And everybody, I just wanted to let you know, so many of these people haven't played every single week, and this just shows how quick you can have a good week. You can come back. So if you haven't played, that doesn't mean you can't play. You are invited to continue, to jump in at any time. And I'll say it again later, but for this week's scores, we're doing them a little differently. If you could put your score predictions for this week's games in the comments of this video after it ends on either of the channels we're dual streaming on, Jose's channel, Elto Cockerell, and then our channel, Together Talking Ball. You can put it on either comments or send it to us on WhatsApp, and we will make sure they get added and so that they get tallied up and counted, towards your final score. But it's a fun game, and it shows some of these people should probably be hitting up the local William Hill. Play some bets. Some of you guys, you're doing great. But yes, so that is kind of where we are with that, with scores, with predictions. So just wanted to kind of fill in anybody who might have joined late. Ellie, we got a couple more players that we need to give a score to, and we're up to Brennan Johnson, I believe.
Should we do them collect? So I'm going to give Brian Hill a 5 because even though he did that really good ball to Kulu, he was very poor and he got tackled too many times and he was wasteful. So I'm only going to give him a 5. I'll give Brennan Johnson a 7 because he skinned Garvadol a couple of times and he skinned Walker for the goal as well. When he put in a fabulous cross to Kulu. It was brilliant. And I liked his celebration as well to the fans. He's just standing there, "Oi, come on," right? And then who we got next? Sonny.
Sonny.
I'm gonna give him an 8 because first of all he scored a brilliant goal, bursting through, busting his gut to make it, because it was a very good pass, but he still had to get on the end of it and beat the player for pace and banged it in. Yeah, goalie should have really saved it, but you know,
Hey,
sometimes goalies make errors. But his general
absolutely.
play and his pressing was really on point. So I'll give him a solid 8 because he worked so hard for the team as well.
And Sonny, I mean, Sonny's goal had a bit of dip on it. That shot had a bit of dip. It moved a
Yeah.
little bit in the air. So,
Yeah.
you know, I get it probably should have been. Yeah,
He
yeah.
connected well with it, just put it that way. Yeah.
Adrian says Hill 6, Johnson 7, Son 8. Yeah, and that's pretty much what we got here. So far so good. Comes in. She says Hill is 6, Johnson an 8. Johnson might get bumped up a little bit, but Hill's staying firmly at 6. And then Son gets a 9, says Julie and Rich, both saying Son gets a 9. I'll give Son. I don't know. I think 8's probably more realistic, but I could be talking to 9. Let's bump him up to 9. We'll leave Johnson at 7. So yeah, this is finished. Let me we're done here.
I think if he had a few more goal actions, I would have given him a 9. But the shot really was the only real good chance that he had. But his general play was really on point, and he brought other players into play as well. And he just worked so hard across that front line. He was running his socks off. Yeah,
he was. He really was. Yeah, look at this. Hill 6, BJ 8, Son 9. Yeah, it's been pretty consistently that.
Yeah.
Lee Smithy Smith, you are in agreement with most everyone here right now. So guys, this is our team that went to City and got a point. You know, Vicario, our goalkeeper, on a 7. Udoji, left back on a 7. Poro, our right back, on an 8. Our center backs, Davies and Royale, on 7 and 5, respectively. Brian Hill, left winger, 6. Basuma, central midfielder, on a 4. Lo Celso, though, coming back into the fold with an 8. And then you have up top, we had Johnson with a 7 on the right. We had Kulu in the middle with a 9, and then Son up top with a 9. So a couple of great players, I think, helped to carry us through and make up for the shortcomings of the squad. I think that Son and Kulu really stepped up. I think that Lo Celso really stepped up. You know, Vicario, as usual, was huge in our success. You know, I don't think we would be nearly as good without Vicario. This season's a lot worse with Raya instead of Vicario. I think that in that timeline where we got Raya instead of Vicario, I don't think Spurs are going to be doing nearly as good. You know, I think that Vicario was definitely the correct choice. So, Ellie, I just wanted to ask real quick, and I know we're going to talk more about it, but Brennan Johnson, what do you think about this kid? Do you think I think he's the real deal. I think he's gonna end up being great for us. And I think he might even, I don't know if winger is his position. He seems like he's a player that would thrive centrally to me, but regardless of where he plays, I think he's gonna be a really good asset for Spurs for years and years to come. I mean, saying that we can hold on to him, you know.
A lot of people focus on his blistering pace, but he is generally quite a good footballer. He's not the finished article yet. He's still learning. He's still young. He's only 22. But I was worried about his fitness levels because I saw him. He needs match fitness, and he's getting there. In this match, he's done a bit more. Aston Villa, he done a little bit more. And this game, he done a little bit more than the Villa game. Right, so slowly, he's finding his feet in the system as well, because he's had to adjust his game to fit Postecoglou'S system. And I think the fitness level was worrying me, but now I can see he's getting there, and there's more to come from this young man. You know, I think he's got all the attributes to be successful at Spurs, because he can move the ball quickly as well, which Postecoglou'S team is noted for.
He demands, he demands that out of players.
Yeah,
so, right.
Of course. And like, he's got such blistering pace, which is an asset to every team. We saw it with Gareth Bale. And I'm not saying he's going to get as good as Gareth Bale. No
But
way.
we don't know. He won't.
I don't
for
think
sure.
he's got quite the physique to be as strong as Bale, but he's just as fast. I mean, you know, you need that in this sort of day and age where you need to break the lines and to break the low blocks. And if you can get beyond teams and be an expansive team as well, spreading the play left, right, and then we got Kulu in the middle. It makes sense because he's a more cultured player and he can link up well with Johnson as well because he knows what a winger wants, how they want the ball played, right? So yeah, I've got a lot of hope for Brennan Johnson. I know a lot of people are sceptical about him, but you've got to give players time. You see like players like, I'm not likening him to Luka Modric, but he took a whole year to get ready, used to the Premiership, but he's been playing in the Premiership for a while, but he hasn't been playing this sort of football. So it requires a lot of legs and intelligence as well on movement off the ball, you know, and he'll get there. You know, it's a learning curve for him as well. So I've got good prospects for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be tremendously important for us in the future, especially as Son is aging out of the squad. I know he's not quite there yet, but you know, he's hitting the other side of 30, and that's when players, you know, begin to decline. And so I think we'll see less and less of Son, unfortunately, as time goes on. And I honestly think that Brennan Johnson was brought in as kind of a successor to Son, but we'll see how that works out.
We'll see what their plans for him. But
it looks like he's got a little bit of shithouse in him. I like that he's got a tiny bit of. He looks like he's got a little bit of shithousery, and I'm all about that.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
You know, when you come to a new club as well, you're going to get used to all the players and how they play.
Their personality and for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm confident that it'll come really, really good for us.
All aboard the Brennan Johnson train for sure. All aboard the BJ train. Sounds hilarious, but I'm gonna say that all the time now. But Ellie, so my headset just told me that the batteries are about to die, so I feel like that's a perfect time to begin the wrap up. So let me put on the jazz. We'll put on the jazz music that we like to play at the end of the show here.
Yes.
And then we'll have you tell us a little bit about tomorrow's show.
Yeah, tomorrow's show is To Dare Is to Debate. It's a very, very good show. We've got the brilliant Colin and the brilliant Jose joining us. So it's going to be a splendid show. We're going to talk about the match, obviously, and then see where it goes. We do plan a few things, you know, like heading and toppings and, you know, what we're going to talk about. But sometimes we'll throw in a curveball, you know, because that's what it is. To Dare Is to Debate. You know, we're all not going to be in agreement, but it's all amicable at the end of it. You know, we're all friends, and you know, difference of opinions is always good. It's always
it helps. It makes you think. Yeah, it's good to challenge your opinion, challenge your thoughts, learn new things, see things in a different way. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, I love the show as well, and it's three ladies. You know, we've joined up with Mia. It's a dual stream as well, like you guys do here. So it's all good, and I'm really looking forward to having you both on.
Well, we can't wait. Jose and I have both talked. We're very excited about it also. So yeah, guys, what time is that tomorrow, Ellie, for everybody?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes. Boom. So everybody, please don't miss that. There's actually going to be a show on this channel today, Talking Ball at 8 o'clock, with Josh from Speaking Spurs is actually running a Spurs transfer show. And so he'll be here to talk to you guys about potential Spurs transfers, rumors that he's heard, and then to get your opinion on who you guys would like to see come in and maybe some ideas from the fans.
Yeah,
so
really
everybody,
I've got a lot of time for him. It's a lovely guy.
Person. He personally helped me out whenever I was stuck in London with COVID and on the no-fly list and couldn't get around. He delivered to us, and he was very, very kind person. He traveled for like multiple hours on a bus, a train and a bus to come see me. Very, very good guy.
He works at QPR's ground. My husband.
Yeah.
So he sent me a very nice picture of the QPR ground. when they were all warming up on the pitch. So my husband was quite chuffed when I showed it
That's
to him. Yeah,
good deal.
he's
That's
a lovely
awesome.
guy, and
He really is.
He's a very good family man as well, you know. So I'm bigging up Josh. Well done, Josh. You know,
Absolutely.
by his family, he's working hard for them. You know,
Yep.
so I love him. I think he's a lovely guy.
Good man. So everybody, if you're around 8 p.m., tune in. He will be here, and it'll be posted in our WhatsApp group. And if you hit the little bell icon on YouTube here, you'll be able to. It'll notify you. So that's a great way to get people to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching. The show would be.
Now.
Yes, that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. And I wanted to just put up this real quick. This show is brought to you by viewers like you. Let me get that current comment out of the way. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And then we'll see you soon, everyone. Bye, big love, and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Woo!